Firstly, just a quick reminder about which app you should be using at home. You should be using the class app with your child at home, not the family app. Your school is not set up for use of the family app at this time. Another reminder is that this app needs to be updated for all devices. If you are using Seesaw on a web browser, on a laptop or a Chromebook, then there's no need to do any updates at this time. Here I'm going to do a quick review of how students will log into Seesaw. This will be slightly different when using Seesaw in school versus when using Seesaw at home. In school, teachers will provide a whole class QR or letter code for students to use. At home, each child will have their own individual QR or letter code. Your child's teacher will send you out these codes in a number of different ways. They may send you home with a physical copy of a letter that contains both the QR code and the letter code. They may just email you the letter code similar to the letter code at the bottom of this slide, or they may email you a link similar to this. When you click the link, this should open up to your child's individual QR code and letter code. It also comes with a few simple instructions of how to log in. So from here, you can copy the letter code, or you could print the entire letter out and then have this on display to scan the QR code for your child to log in that way. In order to log in, you need to go to the website for Seesaw. The web address is this, app.seesaw.me. Your child will select I'm a student, and in the text code box down here, they will enter the text code, or if working on a tablet device or a device that has scanning ability, you can scan the QR code. For example, I'm going to copy this text code to log in on the web browser. I go to my web browser, select I'm a student, and in this text code box down the bottom, you need to paste in that text code and press go. This will bring you directly to your child's activity tab, which I will explain a little bit more about in a minute. When logging in using the app on an Apple or Android tablet device, you log in much the same way as this. The only difference is you will only see the I'm a teacher or I'm a student options and the option to type in a text code or scan the QR code. The first section of Seesaw that I'm going to explain to you is the Journal tab and the folders. The folders could be considered much the same as children's copies in school, and it's just a way to organise the children's work into different sections. So let's have a look at Seesaw. If I click the Journal tab, it comes into the child's journal. Here at the minute you can see this sample child, I just called it child number 1, doesn't have anything into their journal at the moment. This can be changed in a number of ways, which we will go through in a moment. When your child has work in this journal, you can also filter by folder or copy in this view also. Up here beside your child's name and picture, you will be able to see a little folder icon. If you click this folder icon, you will be able to see all of the different folders that are available and what work is in each of those folders. At the minute, you can see there's nothing in 3 folders that are created for this child. The second tab I'm going to show you is the Activities tab. This has a new improved view from last year, where it now has a to-do section, a done section, and a calendar view section. Let's have a look. So if I click the Activities tab, you can see that for this child, there's a to-do section, a done section, and a calendar section. In the to-do section and the done section, there will also be the option to filter by folder, as you can see. This child currently has 2 tasks set for them to complete. There are a number of ways to add work to a children's journal, and using the Activity tab is one of these ways. When viewing by calendar mode, you can slide through the calendar and see what work has been set on what day. As you can see here, on Friday the 30th of October, this activity was set for the child, and at this time a response has not been added, so this piece of work hasn't been completed yet. Before showing you how to add work to the children's journal, I'm going to show you this last tab, and it's the Inbox tab. Here is where your child can receive notifications from your teacher. As you can see, there's a messages section, which comes as whole class announcements. Your child's class teacher can send announcements to all children as reminders. The notification tab will notify your child if they have a piece of feedback from their teacher, or if any work has been approved. I recommend encouraging your child to get into the habit of checking their notifications every time they log into Seesaw before starting any work. Now we're going to look at adding work to the student journals. As you may have noticed from before, you can add response to activities, and this is one way to add work to your child's journal. The other way is to click the green add button, and this gives you free rein of what it is that you wish to post. For example, if I click the add button, I can choose to upload a photo, to create a drawing, which we'll look at the functions of in a moment, upload a video, upload a file, a photo or a video without taking it directly in Seesaw, and to click a note, which you can then type in much the same as just a copy. Or lastly, there is now the option to add a link. So a link can be added there as well. When your child has an activity using the drawing canvas, there are a number of different options they can use. As you can see, this little sheet shows what they all are and what they do. Let's click in and have a look. So if I go into the drawing canvas, I can see now all of those same functions as we could see on the slide before. So here you have the option to delete and start over. Here you have the option to zoom in. So for example, if you're completing something that's a little bit small and you'd like to zoom in on it, you can do so. I'm just going to add a shape just to demonstrate that. So if I zoom, I can zoom in and I can move this around to highlight whatever section of the page it is that I want. And if I click that again, it goes back to normal. If I'd like to see the whole canvas sheet without any of the tools in the way, I can press this item here. And to get back in, I click it again. If I've done something I'd like to undo, I can undo it here and I can redo it here. Using this, I can add in any labels that I might need. Actually move these around as well. If I click the three dots, I can change around the settings of it also. As you can see, there's a number of different things I can do there. If you want that to come to the front or the back, so for example, if I want that to go behind here, I can just use the function tool and send to back or bring to front. There is also a new function now where you can link to items. So for example, if I want to link this to Google, I can do so. And when the child or the teacher clicks on it, it will go directly to Google. As you can see, again, you can link it to whichever website or whatever item you like. So for example, I could link it to the explanation of what a star is. I can also lock it in place, so now that label can't be moved. I could still move the star because I haven't locked that yet, but I could also lock that in place, so then they can't be moved around. And I can also duplicate, which will just double them, and then equally I can just delete. Then there is the mic tool. If you click the mic tool, it will start recording. And here your child can explain what they've done. So for example, they might say, I have selected a star, I've inserted a label, or whatever it is they want to explain. When they press pause and done, this then will come as a joined video over the work that they've done. If you'd like to make that video smaller, they can by grabbing the corners. Then they can press play to listen to their video. And here your child can explain what they've done. So for example, they might say, to exit out of that mode, they just click to the side again and the video is still there. However, that means that you could then clear this if you need to do some additional work. There's also the picture option where you can take a photo directly in Seesaw, take a video directly in Seesaw, or upload video directly in Seesaw. On this version of Seesaw, your child can only have one video per page, and in this you can only use one page. So right now I have my one video included, so I won't be able to upload another one. Then there is shapes functions where your child can go in and add any shapes they wish. There is different backgrounds, so you can change backgrounds to whatever it is you'd like. And then there's the option to insert a link again. Down here is caption. So you can add a voice caption to your video. Sometimes the teacher might also have a voice caption on the slide where the child needs to listen to those instructions to know what to do in their activity. This little tool means I can move items around. Here is the pencil. If I'm in the pencil tool, I can't move any items around. In the pen tool, there's the highlighter tool. You can change colors over here also. Again, you can change colors over here. And then finally, the rubber tool. If you double click that, you can go erase drawing and every bit of drawing will delete. Then in order to save that work, your child needs to press the green tick. If there is a particular folder that needs to go into, so for example, I might call that maths, I can tick the maths folder, press the green tick, and then that will be sent to the teacher to review. As you can see now, it is waiting teacher approval. Another way to add work to the journal is to respond to an activity. In order to do that, I need to go into the Activities tab. Here you can see I have 2 activities to complete. I currently have none completed, and like I said, I can view in the calendar mode as well if I'd like. But I'm going to go to the To-Do tab for now. So what your child will need to do is they can click in here to look at the example that's provided. They read the instructions, click Add Response, use the pencil or label tool to add to the chart. You can even use emojis for your pictures. Click the green tick to add to your journal. So now your child follows all those instructions. So they'll go in here, they can go in and use different shapes or whatever it is that they want to do to show their thumb. I'm just going to make a scribble mark just to demonstrate changes to the document. Then they will press the green tick, and that is now sent to the teacher, waiting teacher approval. You can now see the activities number has gone down to 1. In the To-Do tab, there's only 1 activity, and in the Done tab, there's 1 activity. If we go into the calendar view as well and click there, we can see that has been done. If you prefer for your child to complete an activity on paper rather than in Seesaw, you do have the option to print activity. If you select the 3 dots below the activity and select Print Activity, this will create a PDF with all of the instructions as per the activity. If your child chooses to complete a task this way, they must then upload a picture as evidence of the work completed. This can be added directly into the activity. For example, if you decide you'd like your child to respond to this activity again, you can select Respond Again. From here, they can select the camera icon and either take a picture of the work directly in Seesaw or upload a picture that has previously been taken. Once you press the green tick, this will then save and send to your teacher again. In some cases, when you select the 3 dots, you may see options to edit item. If this is turned on, your child can directly edit this piece of work rather than responding again. However, if this option isn't available, the only choice is to click Respond Again if you wish to complete the activity or make any changes. If you have more than 1 child using Seesaw, here are some ideas. 1 child can use the app and the other children can use a web browser to log in. This way you won't need to keep logging in and out each time. Unfortunately, there is no way to have multiple children logged in on the one device at the one time other than this. So for example, if you're using the app and you want to switch from one child to the other, you will need to log out from that child and log in with the new child. Another way to make this easier is to print the QR code and have these on display for ease of switching between children. Lastly, I'm just going to show you how the children log out to make this easier. In the top left-hand corner, you'll see your child's icon and their name. If you click on this, the sign out option appears. For example, if I want to log out here, I click and then sign out appears and I can sign out. At this point then, I can click I'm a student to log in any other children who need to complete their work.